Hey everybody, it's Zozo Stockwatch. We're going to be starting the webinar in about a few minutes at 9 o'clock, 9:05. This is a little bit later webinar than I'm normally used to doing, but I wanted to be like a night owl with you guys. Hey, there's no football tonight, so we're not interrupting any football games. So we thought tonight, Wednesday, the 11th, would be a great night to do this. So we'll go ahead and get started in a few minutes, few moments, and this will be a webinar on my swing trading and day trading service, educational service, and it's also going to be on how to trade, your mindset, things to be focused on as a trader. So this is going to be a webinar that kind of hits a lot of different topics, and I hope you like it. So, all right, let's go ahead and we'll get right into the webinar. So, start here. This is my mugshot right here. My name is Mike DeRuzo. I'm known as Zozo Stockwatch. I'm out there on Twitter, Stock, Twits, under the handle Zozo Stockwatch. I got my nickname when I started playing football in high school. Instead of yelling out DeRuzo, they would yell out Zo, and shortened my name down to Zoe. And then I don't know, for some reason I added an extra Zoe for social media, and kind of stuck. So it used to be Zozo Trader, and now it's become Zozo Stockwatch. And I was a contributor at the Trade Exchange. I was a moderator in some other stock trading chat rooms that you may know of. And kind of built up a following. But I always wanted to open up my own site, but I didn't have the means to do the back end stuff. And now I have help doing that, so that kind of pushed me into finally opening up my own service. So I was a chef when I first started in this trading business, so I was able to work at night and learn about trading during the day. I was fortunate. I worked at, maybe you might have heard of it, the Plaza Hotel. I worked with Larry Forgione. He was the chef at American Place restaurant that was in New York City, and a few other, nice restaurants. So I was really into it. And, but then I always had this bug for, getting involved with trading. And so that's how I am where I'm at now. So my uncle kind of put the bug in my head when I first started. I would drive with him to Brewster for kind of like summer vacation, and he would tell me, about stocks and how he collected dividends in AT&T. That was the company he worked for. And I would be like, wow, they pay you money. And he was like, yeah, you buy the stock, or you get the stock, and they pay you money. And that's kind of how I got the bug. And that was like in the 70s. And then 1987, the crash happened. And then I traded through the .com, and I'll talk more about that in a moment. But, I was voted on Twitter in 2015 one of the most helpful traders on Twitter. Came in like in the top 20, and in 2016, same thing, most helpful trader. And that's what my reputation is on Twitter and StockTwits. I want to be a trader that's known for helping people and taking the time to help them. All right. And when my dad passed away, recently, about a year ago, I guess, or about a year and a half ago, you find out a lot about a person, unfortunately, after they pass. And it turns out, he was a pretty helpful guy, and he helped folks, and they appreciate it. So, I want to be the guy in trading that, helped a lot of folks. All right. I love when I can show somebody an indicator or something that may help them turn the ship around. And I want that to be what my service is about. I want to be a service that gives value to many, something that is respected and useful, like I feel that my social media feed is. And, as a trader, if they say that I took the time, to be helpful, that would be awesome. All right. Cause we all want to have like this legacy, I guess. So I want to be the guy that helped people, and I want to be the service that, people really appreciated. And so that's my goal. So anyway, getting back into this, my focus is disciplined, focused trading. And discipline means that, I'm not over trading. I don't always have to be in a trade. Focused means that, I'm looking for a certain setup that I like to trade and that I want to be in. I'm not going to just start chasing things. I don't have that fear of missing out. If I miss it, I miss it. I really don't care. I'll find something else. After you've been trading for a while, you know that there'll be another trade coming along. It's kind of like a meal, right? Your mom always said, hey, if you eat too much now, you're going to, wreck your appetite. Well, you know what? I think Seinfeld does like a whole thing on that. And he says, well, you know what? There'll always be another appetite coming. If I ruin this one, there'll be another one. Same thing with a stock. If I miss it, there'll be another one that comes along. So the main focus here on this is the disciplined, focused trading, and that I care about traders. I want to make that very clear. All right. When you come into my service, I care. I walk you through the trades. I talk you through the trades. I don't just like bark out, hey, I'm in this one at $1.76. Hey guys, jump in. I don't do that. All right. I give you the alerts before they trigger on most. Sometimes we get some stocks that do jump, so we can't get them, but I would say about 95%, 96.7% of the trades are alerted prior to the trigger. All right. The other 3%, if they're jumping, we just don't trade them, or we'll wait for another setup. But the main thing here is, like I said, when I started, it was kind of in the .com era. You could like buy stocks in the morning and they would just rip up and you would make easy money. And it was so easy. And, unfortunately that came to an end. And, we didn't learn really how to trade. We didn't have a process. We were just buying stuff. It was like ridiculous. And, then we paid the price after it was all over. But when I changed my mindset to trading is a business and not gambling, okay? This is not gambling, okay? Yes, it's educated guesses. It's knowing your risk that you have. But it is not gambling anymore. I'm not just buying stuff for the sake of buying it. I'm not over trading. I'm not just throwing money at the market. I'm not buying stocks before the earnings, things like that. So when I did all this, when my mindset changed, like I was going to have a process, I was going to be disciplined, I'm going to be focused, my trading really improved and did really well. So in my service, we're a swing trading and day trading service, all right? Emphasis on both swing trading and day trading, and educational service. I teach throughout the day as need be. That you can ask questions in my room. The only time we don't ask questions in my room is from about 9:30 to about 10:30, when we're like laser focused on the day trading and finding those trades. All right. The swing trading, I have a private feed. I announce them over the microphone. I type them into the chat room. We put them out on the private feed. The day trading, I call them out over the mic. I type them in when we can. I give you stops. I talk you through the trade. So, you're never just like left, floundering. All right. So you are educated, and you are, and the trades are constantly discussed. I show you the trades. We have a Q&A from about 11:15 on, as long as there's questions, I'll keep answering the questions. All right. So once again, that's my mug shot, and, we'll go and move on to the next thing. So this guy, Mark Douglas, pretty famous guy. May he rest in peace, right? I read his books, Trading in the Zone, and, you want to think like a trader. You want to objectively identify my edges. I'm not going to read all of these to you, but, you have to know your risk on every trade. What is your maximum risk? You don't want to play a position size that's too big where you're white knuckling it and nervous and biting your nails. You just won't make it. Okay. You just won't make it. And then the other one I wanted to point out is I pay myself as the market makes money available to me. All right. So what does that mean? It means basically I pay when the stock is moving in the direction I want it to move. All right. Like I'll get into swing trades if I make, if the stock pops the next day, like 60 cents, 70 cents, I'll take some off the table. That's like a gift. Take some off the table. And then you can leave some shares still there to continue on their merry way, hopefully in your favor. All right. So you have to know your risk on every trade. You have to have a good position size. and this will help you in your trading to be a consistent winner. All right, and that's from Mark Douglas, and I recommend his book, Trading in the Zone. And you can actually listen to some of his talks on YouTube. Just look up Mark Douglas on YouTube, and that'll come up for you. Here's some trades we did on what was it, the other day on Tuesday. And so this is WPCS, and you see we got in over here and the stock popped all the way to 340. Now we did not get all of this move, okay? I don't want to I don't want to come on and act like we got this whole move, but we did get a nice push and move up in this stock. And you see it was kind of consolidating above this below this 250 level. We got the 250 break and we got the nice push up. Next one up was LBX, and this was from the other day also, and we got a nice push up and a nice move up in this one, and we were selling into the strength here on LBIX. So nice trade there, and you can see kind of a similar setup. We're basing under this like $1.50. We get the breakout, and then we got the push up over this $1.40 area, excuse me. Then, like I said, I'm a disciplined, focused trading. So if I get like a couple of really good trades in the morning, I stop trading, all right? I stop trading, I keep my money, and I try not to give it back in the afternoon, or I won't trade in the afternoon because things slow down. The best time to trade is that first like hour and a half, and then after that, you can get an occasional afternoon trade, but that's when the market wants to take its money back most of the time, especially during the lunchtime hours and whatnot. So you want to, if you made money in the morning, you want to kind of keep your money and do that, and you'll become a consistent trader. All right, so what does my room offer you? All right, so my room offers you screen sharing with alerts, charts, and news. It offers you 7+ hours of daily education, real-time audio alerts. All right, so we have real-time audio alerts from me. All right, that I call the plays over the microphone. Even the swing trades, everything is called over the microphone. I type them in the room. Sometimes there's some typos. I might spell break, B-R-E-K, and I'll leave out the A because I'm typing so fast. But overall, you'll pretty much understand the lingo of the room. You get access to my private feed. You also have daily pre-market prep. The first time I get on the mic is at 8:20 a.m. All right, then I get on the mic again at 9:05. Then I'm on the mic, throughout the morning, and then I do a question and answer between, 11:15, and then as many questions as there are. That's how long the Q&A lasts. And I'm calling on the mic from 9:30 to 10:30, the plays, and if it goes longer, I'll stay on the mic. So, and then like I said, I take a little break, and then we come back around that 1:30 hour, and we start doing it again, looking for plays, looking for swing trades, and so on. The room we use is Omnovia. It's a very stable room. It's a good room. We have very good screen sharing, and Omnovia is working very well. All right, it's not a Discord room. It's not one of these low-level chat rooms. It is a primo chat room, Omnovia. So my room opens up every morning at 6:15 a.m. We start with our screen share. All right, so it's up, and if you have questions at 6:15 a.m. and I see it, I will answer it. So I will start talking to you at 6:15 if there's questions. So Monday through Friday, the room opens up at 6:15 a.m. and that is Eastern time. Okay, it's not Pacific; it's Eastern time. So that's 6:15 a.m. every morning. Shuts down Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, so the screen shares stay up there throughout the day, throughout the evening. On Fridays, we do shut it down a little bit earlier. We shut it down at 7 p.m. All right, but it always opens up at 6:15 a.m. and the news is audioed into the room, and also you get a visual of the news on the screen share. So this is what the screen share kind of looks like. This picture got, because I'm doing a presentation, it's a little distorted, but you see there's the news box here. Then you have my scanners here. Sometimes you'll see charts. This is a full monitor screen share. During the day, you'll see different sizes of screen shares throughout the day, because during the morning time when we're doing our day trading, I don't want to take up too much space on other people's monitors, so I'll decrease the screen size. We'll keep the news up for folks, and the news is always audioed into the room, okay? We're never without news, all right? Another look at the screen share, the news box. We have the pre-market movers. This is what we show in the pre-market, the screen share. And so, you know, that'll be up in the mornings for you. And this comes up, like I said, at 6:15 every morning in the room. Now, the Trade Exchange scans, they don't start populating till about 7:15, 7:20, and that's on their end. I have no control over that, but the news starts to get populated around 6 a.m., 6:15, and that goes into the Trade Exchange news box here, and then they start to come on audioing the news around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the for the audio of the news, okay? Then I just want to go into a little more I guess mental trading thought process, and we'll start here where it says games are won by the players who are focused on the field, not by those that are always looking to the scoreboard. All right, so you got to really focus in on your charts. All right, you don't want to be looking at your P&L constantly. I know if you're a new trader, you know that's your goal, you think, is to make money in the beginning, but it's not. It's just to have consistent green days, to start to focus, start to learn a process. The money doesn't matter so much in the beginning. When you're more experienced, obviously, you know, you're going to start setting goals for your daily goals and whatnot. And but when you're new, you're just trying to build confidence, okay? You want to concentrate on the charts, the setup, the things that I'm calling. You don't want to be looking at your P&L, all right? You want to develop good process, good instincts, and so this way you can become a consistent trader. All right, so where do I come in on my trading? I'm in this group right here, anywhere between 400 to 1,000 per day. And this is just talking about day trading, all right? I'm not talking about swing trades, all right? I'm just talking about day trading. All right, so anywhere between 400 and 1,000 is where I try to come in each day for my day trading. Now, if you're a new trader, you should want to come in anywhere between $25 to $100 per day. All right, and you want to build up that consistency where you can start to do it, you know, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days in a row, and then eventually you start getting up to into these numbers. But you have to start small, and if you can get, you know, $50 for 3 days in a row out of 5, you're really doing a terrific job as a new trader. All right. Now, if you want to follow me over there on Twitter, it's Zozo Stock Watch on Twitter, and Stock Twits, it's Zozo Stock Watch on Stock Twits. All right, but as a new trader, you want to come in and you want to start in this category, which there is no category there, because as a new trader, you know, anywhere from $25 to about $100 a day. If you do that 3 times a week, you are doing a fantastic job. All right, as you get more advanced, you know, you want to move into, you know, the higher numbers. I have never had a $4,000 day. All right, and I don't really plan to. All right, because I think I would be white knuckling it and my position size would be way too high. I'm very happy to be right in this range each year, each day, between $4,000 and $1,000. All right. All right, so new trader, this is for you. You know, I'm amazed by new traders. You know, they start out with these accounts out there in the Bahamas or whatnot, and they're on leverage and all this kind of stuff, and they're shorting stocks, and they're so confused. And then what do? They get on margin, and then they blow up their accounts. They get a bad taste. They get a bad taste for chat room services. And by the way, I don't call my chat room a chat room. It's a community. All right. I want to make that very clear. It's a community I'm trying to build, not a chat room service. Okay. And it amazes me, you know, newcomers to trading, they choose to start, you know, which is going to require them to trade too often, you know, doing more and more trades, when actually they should be doing less and less trades. All right. You should be more particular when you're a new trader, and you'll have more success. Over trading kills new traders, all right, because they always have to be in something, and that's where the disciplined and focused trading comes in. All right. Shorting stocks, if you're just starting out, it's a little too difficult, because to understand the concept that you're borrowing shares and whatnot. So just leave it behind for right now. Just concentrate on going long and understanding the market. All right. You don't have to be in a trade all the time. And shorting, I don't think is the way to go if you're a new trader. Now, this is one thing I want to make very clear, because new traders say, well, where do you think the stock is going? Where do you think the market is going? What do you think is going to happen next? What do you? I can't predict the markets, and neither can you, all right? And I don't even try to predict the markets. I do know that there's resistance levels. I do know that there's support levels. I know where we are in relation to moving averages. I can tell you with my naked eye if the market is trending up, trending down, is the market strong? Are we overbought? Are we, heading down to an area of support or coming up to an area of resistance? But I cannot tell you where a stock is going to go or where the market's going to go, all right? As Mark Douglas says, you pay yourself as the stock moves in your favor, all right? That's a very important concept to understand. All right, so trading tips from me at zozostockwatch.com. Have a max loss per trade, all right? So have your stop in place. If your stop gets hit, you just get out, all right? So have your max loss per trade. Have a max loss per day. If you're down $200-$300, if your 3 trades went against you in your day trading, just stop for the day. Tomorrow is another day. All right, so have a max loss per trade. Never turn a winning trade into a losing trade. That means pay yourself when the stock is moving in the direction that you chose, all right? And pay yourself. Take some money off the table. You'd be surprised how many people will take a trade and the stock will go in their favor and they never take any profits. It comes right back at them, all right? Never turn a winning trade into a winning day into a losing day. If you're up in the morning, stop trading. All right. That's the beauty of trading. If you make money in the morning, you can be done for the day. All right. If you do these 3 things, your trading results will really improve. If you're a new trader, don't have a daily goal. Your goal is to trade well. Don't look at your P&L. Trade on the technicals of your chart. Okay. You want to get that process going. So before we get into this swing trading stuff, I just want to say, so what makes my chat room different from everybody else's chat room or anybody else's chat room? Well, the main thing is that I'm not telling you about trades that I'm in that I want you to get in. I'm telling you about trades before they trigger, all right? I take pride in that. That is one thing about the room that so far our members love, okay? That the trades are in the room before the trigger and that they can understand them and that they can follow along. There's so many of these rooms you go in and people don't know where to get in. The guy that's calling the shots, he's already in the trade and he's telling you, hey, I'm in this one at $1.50 and it's trading at like $1.57, $1.58, and he wants you to jump in, So we don't do that, okay? We do not do that, and we will never do that, all right? And that's what our members like about our service, all right? The other thing is, you always see a lot of clutter in other chat rooms. We don't have a lot of clutter in our chat room, okay? We don't want a lot of clutter in our chat room. We want people focused, and so far everybody is adhering to that because they're there to make money and learn, and they know if they, put, bad information in the room or start fooling around, basically, they'll get bumped for a little bit and then they'll be welcomed back and they learn their lesson and whatnot. So far, I haven't had to bump anybody in our room because everybody's been on their best behavior and doing a great job. But the main thing is I want to get through to you is that there's no clutter, okay? There's no silliness in the room. We're very focused, and that the trades are announced and in the room prior to the trigger. It gives you a chance, all right? If you've always been looking for that chat room where you can get that chance, this is the one, okay? Believe me, you will have a chance in this chat room. All right, so let's talk about a little bit of swing tradings. Which time frame are you trading? I usually use the daily chart for when I'm looking at my swing trades. How much am I risking on the trade? Well, that depends on where the support and the resistance is or what moving average I'm kind of gearing up off of. The main thing about swing trading is, you're going to get some that are going to go against you. I think for the month of September, I was actually 16 out of 21. So we had 16 victories out of 21 calls for the month of September. So far for the month of October, we've called 8. I've had 2 go against us. One was for 25 cents and the other one was for, let's see, The other one was 13 cents, all right, on the swing trades. All right, but we've called 8 so far for the month of October, and out of those, 6 are working really well. So we're off to a great start. September was a great month, and we'll go through some of those. But the main thing is, you have to be able to stick to your plan if the stock goes against you. Know where your exit's going to be if you're wrong. All right, that's a very important thing in swing trading. Don't say like, oh, I'm going to add here if it gets down here. Don't do that. All right, if your stop gets hit, you just get out. You can always play it again. Very important in swing trading. All right, the elements of a good trade, and here we are hitting on this. Cutting losses, cutting losses, cutting losses. If you follow these 3 rules, you may have a chance, okay? And that was one of the pioneers of trading there. And so cutting losses, right? Adhering to your losses. Religiously cutting small, moderate losses is equal to like folding hands in poker. It's not fun or sexy, but simply must be part of the game. Position sizing is your first line of defense for protecting your capital, all right? So you don't want to be white-knuckling trades. If you take proper position size, it really takes the emotions, a lot of the emotions out of the game and makes you a more level-headed trader, all right? Place your stops at a point if reached will reasonably indicate that the trade is wrong, okay? So at a certain point, it's not based on a monetary value. It's based on at a point on a chart where you say, well, if this breaks, then, I'm out because it broke the 50 SMA or it broke the 10 SMA or it's breaking this area of support. It's just not getting through this resistance, things like that. Don't base it on, well, if I lose $200, I'm out of this trade. Have a plan, have an idea, and that'll make you a much better swing trader. All right, so here's a swing trade that we did, SQ, and it's still running up to this day. I think it's at 32 or so. I'm no longer in this one, but we got a nice pop on this name from 26.30 all the way up to, I think I sold some just under $30 a share on SQ. And like I said, it's still running, so that was a beautiful trade. Another swing trade we just did recently was JetBlue. And that's trading up in the 20s now. We got some here at 1875. It popped. I sold some into this pop. And then I sold more up in the 20s on JetBlue. But that chart still looks pretty good on JBLU. Another one we did was this MZOR. I got, and talk about swing trade. This one, I bought it here at 50, when it got over 50.17, and it popped almost $2 that day. So I was basically out of the trade that day. And that was a day swing trade. Now our swing trades can last anywhere from, a day, minutes, or months, all right? Like that SQ, we held it for the month of September. Schlumberger, we've held that through the month of September. But sometimes when you get a $2 pop in a stock, you definitely have to start taking that off the table. That was a great, quick swing trade, MZOR. Next one up was XPO. This one went all the way up to about $67 a share, and that was a very nice swing trade. We got in that one at 64.35 on XPO, and a nice move there on that swing trade. FIT, we got a pop from the break of 665, popped all the way over $7, and that was a very nice swing trade. I think that was a one-day swing trade also on that big pop. Schlumberger, this one we got back in this one at the beginning of September, and it hit all the way up to $70 a share. We got in this one at 64.05, so that was a swing trade in Schlumberger, and a very nice trade. And we held that one for almost a month. SGMS Gaming, this one popped over that 36.85 spot, and we got a nice push up almost, I think, up to $44 a share. And this one was for the month of September also. So let's get back into the disciplined trader versus emotional trader. Now, most of this you can read for yourself. You have to manage risk if you're a disciplined trader. Emotional traders, they're more confident. They trade too big. They trade based on emotions, fear of missing out. They enter based on greed, exit due to fear, and that has a lot to do with position size. They like to blame everyone else but themselves for a losing trade. Experienced traders, we're doing homework. I get up every day. I'm up at like 5:15 every day. I get down to my desk. I'm looking at news. I'm looking at charts. So, that's my routine. You don't have to do the same thing. But as you can see, a experienced trader doesn't have to trade as much. They overtrade. Emotional traders overtrade and whatnot. So you can kind of see the differences there in emotional traders versus disciplined traders. All right, a trader who has a good chance of failure. All right, so basically they're undercapitalized. And what does that mean, undercapitalized? Now, if you have like $5,000 to $7,000, you can trade, all right? But I would suggest you do more swing trades than day trades, all right? You can still do some day trades. You could trade like 2-3 times a week, but you can't day trade every day because of the PDT rule, all right? And you won't be able to, so do some swing trading too, all right? It's very important. Swing trading and day trading is a good combination, a powerful combination. Trader, you would lack discipline, overtrade, rushes into trades, chases stocks, takes trading too lightly, doesn't want to do homework, lets your losers get too big, plays poor position size. Trader who has a chance of success, is properly capitalized or uses his capital properly. I should change that. Treats trading like a business, has a low tolerance for risk, trades only when the market provides an opportunity, can control emotions, has a plan, etc., etc., proper position size. All right, so you're getting the gist of this. All right, you got to treat it like a business. This is not gambling. All right. All right, so people always ask, well, what do you keep on your charts, Zozo? Well, this is one of my charts. I'm not going to show you all my charts in this webinar because, it'd be boring. So for my main Busy Bee chart, as they call it, I have the 8 EMA, 20 EMA, 60 EMA, which is equal to the 1520 EMA. All right, so basically you're putting a 1520 EMA on your 5-minute chart. It's like a mathematical conversion. So that's the 60 EMA. Then I keep 200 EMA, 200 SMA on my chart, VWAP, which is the white dotted line you see right here, and pivot points, all right? And those are the closest thing to Fibonacci without having to draw the Fibonacci's, because I could not see myself drawing Fibonacci's throughout the day. But the 60 EMA equals the 20 EMA on the 15-minute chart, all right? And I like to keep both the 200 EMA and the 200 SMA on the 5-minute regular market hour chart. This is one of the charts I use in the afternoon, and I call it my Busy Bee chart. All right, next up we have my YouTube channel, and you can go to my YouTube channel, just type in Zozo Stockwatch, and my YouTube channel will come on, and I talk about VWAP, scans, I do a stocks on watch, I do a let's get ready for the week ahead, and that basically tells you what earnings, economic information's coming up. I also do stocks on watch each night. I do videos on trading as far as, your mental mindset, things like that, VWAP, scans. So go through my videos and just type in Zozo Stockwatch on YouTube and I will come up for you. All right, so here's some other day trades that we did. NETE, when it got over 76 cents, popped up to 90 cents. Another one we did was CCIH. Those first two I showed you were more recent. These were a few that we did in the month of October and September. CCIH, nice pop there. Popped all the way up to $1.35 after breaking out of that consolidation below the line there at $1.10. MTBC, this one was a news play. We got a nice pop in this one on MTBC. Next one up is CUR, and back here you see we got in on this 2-minute chart and a nice pop in CUR there. Next one up, we have CYCC. We got a nice run in this one. This was an afternoon trade when it broke this 205, 206 level, broke out of this consolidation and pushed up on CYCC. IZEA, another one, broke out of consolidation and popped all the way up to, $6. Now, we don't get all of this, okay? I'm not going to come on here and say, we get all of this. We get a good part of it, and we're selling into strength. Okay, that's what day trading is about. You get your trigger, you get your push up, you sell into strength, and you don't look back. Or if this went to $10, yeah, sure, it would, would suck. All right, to put it bluntly, but you know what? I'm happy. I did what I was supposed to do. I got in at the right place, and it pushed up, and I sold it, and I got money. And then after that, it's up to the Wall Street gods, as I like to say. BSTI, another one that we got a nice move in on BSTI. And here's another shot of the screen share. Here's some of the scans. This black scan is a VWAP scan. Anything around VWAP, this black scan will pick up. The pink scan is for strong stocks near, coming up through VWAP, pulling back to VWAP. So black and pink are VWAP. We have light blue is low float stocks on the move. These are momentum scanners up top. You have your news box. Sorry, this is a little distorted. Sometimes I'll show you my charts. The screen share is always up. So there's no need for you to buy scans or anything like that or news. It's all given to you, and it's all part of the package. Okay, so there's going to be a nice discount for you guys for the coupon codes for the monthly. It's going to be $15 off for the monthly. All right. If you go with the yearly, we're taking $100 off. If you take the semi, we're taking $50 off. And I'll go ahead and bring up the website for you. All right, and I'll show you the pricing real fast. We'll get into that. All right, so if you want to try us out for 7 days, you can try us out for 7 days, $9.99 for 7-day trial offer, and you get access to everything. The private feed, you get access to the chat room, you get access to everything for $9.99 to try it for 7 days. If you want to try the monthly, we're taking off with the coupon code $84.95. You get $15 off, so it's about $69. $100 off the semi-annual and $50 off with the coupon code. And those are being put in the room right now, the links and also the codes. All right. Now, with the semi-annual, we're also giving you choice of 2 Trade Ideas scans. So if you're a Trade Ideas member, we'll give you 2 scans for free if you join the semi-annual. If you join the yearly, you get the $100 off, plus you get choice of 4 scans for free. All right, so that's the pricing. Now, if you don't want to be in my chat room, you just want to be a swing trader, and you just want access to the private feed, you can do that too for $29.95. All right, we do give free 3-day access to the chat room. So, keep that in mind when you first join. If you just do the private feed, you get 3 days of access to the room. All right, so $9.99. You can try us for 7 days. This minus 15, this minus 100, plus the scans. This minus 50 plus the scans. Now, you don't have to buy any scans, but if you did want to buy some scans, we do offer packages for the scans, and that's on the scanning page for Trade Ideas. Once again, I screenshot all these scans, so if you don't want to buy scans, if you don't want to use Trade Ideas, you use mine, okay? Now, if you want to join Trade Ideas, if you click on this and you type in Bompare TV, you're going to get a 15% discount off of the yearly or the monthly for Trade Ideas, and then you could come in if you want to buy scans to have your own scans. You can buy these right here. All right, but like I said, when you join my room, I screen share all this stuff. You do not have to buy anything. The news is provided for you. The scans are provided for you to see on the screen share, and it will always be that way. All right, so I just want to make that very clear. All right, let me get this out of our way for a second. All right, and we'll go back to the scans. Like I said, this is some of the scans that we show throughout the day. And once again, you get 7 hours a day for education, real-time audio level watch alerts. That's from me. You get audio news from the Trade Exchange. You have to have a Twitter private account if you want access to the private feed, so make sure you have a Twitter account. and then I'll allow you to follow my private feed. Live interactive chat room. It's an Omnovia room. The room opens up each day, 6:15 a.m. each day, Monday through Friday. Remains open until 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Fridays we shut it down a little earlier. You get my screen shares throughout the day. We do day trading in the morning. We do swing trading. So we do it all. Okay, it's combination, very powerful trading. All right, guys, so it's focused, disciplined trading. Swing trade with me, day trade with me, learn with me. All right, focused, disciplined trading, and you will really like this room. All right, once again, the trades are put in the room prior to the trigger, and gives you a chance to actually trade them. The swing trades are all put on the private feed. They're announced. Here's something I didn't go over. This was how we used the news a few weeks ago when it came in. AMD was going to be working with Tesla, and AMD got this big pop. Well, we got the news at 7 minutes to 4 on this candle right here. We jumped in and we got about 60-70 cents on this trade in AMD. So that was a really nice trade off of the news from the trade exchange. It's very timely, and once again, you get this for free. All right, whatever membership you join, annual, semi, monthly, or even the $9.99 trial, all right, you will get that. The only way you won't get this stuff is if you just join for the swing trading and you just get the private feed. All right, just want to make that very clear. All right, next up we have some of the day trades, like I said, that we've done, and they are called on the microphone prior to the trigger, so traders are very happy with that. That's my charts again, and you know, disciplined versus not disciplined trader. Treat trading like a business. We do swing trading, and we also do day trading. We even look for trades for a longer term. Okay, we're not just out here, you know, for the quick trade, but I am looking, you know, for longer term trades. Newcomers, new traders, you're always welcome to my service. You can ask questions. The only time you cannot ask questions is from 9:30 until about 10:30, quarter to 11. We have a question and answer period every day. I get on the microphone at 8:20 every morning. I look for stocks that are moving. We go through the markets. I do a video each night on YouTube. Eventually, those YouTube videos are going to become private for my members only. And you know, you want to be a consistent trader. Games are won by players who are focused on the field. So, and then there's the screenshot again. All right, and here's the pricing. Use the coupon codes. Once again, if you want to try us for $9.99, you can do that for 7-day trial offer. And then if you want, you can just jump in. You can get $15 off the monthly. All right, you get $15 off for all access to everything. There's no gold, platinum, silver. Once you join for this price, you get everything, okay? Then we have the annual. You get some free scans if you're a Trade Ideas user, and you get 4 scans there. You get $100 off. For the semi-annual, you get $50 off, and you get choice of 2 scans for Trade Ideas. Here's the scan page. Just let us know if you want to join that way, which scans you want. I'll send you the codes. Now, if you're not a Trade Ideas user, all right, and you're not interested in any of the scans, then, you know, just join up on the annual. You get $100 off. You get $50 off on the semi-annual. We just won't send you the scans right now. Like I said, you'll have access to all my scans, all my charts, and you'll have access to the news. So you won't have to get news. You will not have to get scans if you don't want them, okay? And like I said, as a gift to you for joining the annual, we do give you 4 scans for free. And as a gift for the semi-annual, we give you a choice of 2 scans for free. All right, so I just want to make that very clear. And that's about it. All right, so if anybody has any questions, you can ask them. All the links are being provided for the YouTube. All the links are being provided for that article, interview with a trader. Those are all being provided, and all the codes and whatnot are being provided. So go ahead and join up, and we'd love to have you. Want you to be members, and I hope you will join. Thank you so much for being here, and we will talk.